Hey guys, how are we all feeling today? It's Team Schoolyard, RJ, back with another video, and today we're going to do something a little different. Today, as you can see by UVS Ultra, we're going to be getting into some MHA. It's a card game that I've really loved to play for the past couple months, since the start of the year, end of last year, and I've really gotten into it, and I really just want to share this with you. Playing some MHA, going through deck profiles that I've built and whatnot. There will be regular parts of the channel now, which is part of the reason why we removed the YGO name from our name. Because I want to focus more on some other card games, maybe other games. That's why you'll see the occasional fighting game shitpost and whatnot. But yeah, let's get into it. And for the first video today, I just want to show you guys my deck list that somehow got me third place at a provisional that one time. It's my Endeavor deck. And yeah, I've been playing this since the starter deck came out, but thanks to the help and input of a lot of people, I think I've got it to a point where I can be happy with it. So yeah, let's get into it. First of all, Endeavor, of course, but I specifically play Endeavor 2. Mainly because I really like the dynamic of losing health to buff the attack and to debuff the opponent's attack. It makes a really interesting game for me. I just have to learn to balance. Oh shit, I'm running out of health. That's probably the hardest part for me, but I'm getting there. I'm learning that. Okay, so start off with the foundations. 2 latent skill. Flip, discard 2, draw 2. It's just an all-around good card in my opinion. I really like it. And next is 2 coping with number 1. This is basically, in my opinion, a worse latent skill, but it is still a draw. And if you need to cycle through your deck to get more attacks, this is still a draw. It's got a difficulty modifier of 3, which I don't really like, but most of the time I'm gonna ideally be attacking anyway. Fastest Flame. Really, I don't use this as much, mainly because I forget to use it. Stupid me. But it's just a nice little boost to speed. Doesn't really do much outside of that, but yeah. Quick to act. Always have it at 4, in my opinion, because it's cracked once you lose health, because in this deck, if you remember Endeavor, you're going to be losing health really quickly. So once you hit half health, you can just go, boom, quick to act, times 4 if you have it set up, and that's an instant 4 speed. And you can activate quick to act. You can activate its enhance every time you pull out a new attack, so it's even better. Priest Conference. Probably my favorite foundation in this deck. Priest Conference allows me to reduce the difficulty of my attack. So when I've got a card that you're going to see later on in the deck profile out, when I've got it perfectly set up, I just go Priest Conference, press conference, yada yada. And ideally it'll cost less than what it's supposed to cost. Defrosting, it's a once per turn, and it does give you +2 in one thing, and -1 in the other. Really good on your turn. I like to use this to, like, even out my attacks. Not even out, I mean, really just focus on buffing one thing if I wanted to do one specific thing. So, like, if I have another attack you'll see later on, and I will emphasize whatever on it later. But if I have an attack like that, I'll usually just buff its damage, so it's guaranteed the opponent will need to do something to counteract that. Most of you who play MHA will somewhat know the card that I'm talking about. But yeah, Revelated Masterpiece. It's just a good +1 damage, and the form is really good because I don't really play that many cards. Like 60 is usually a mid-sized deck, in my opinion. But some decks can go up to 70, 80, 90, 100. I've seen a deck that does 110. somewhere. I think it was online. But yeah, if you have 10 or fewer cards in your deck, you just draw 2 cards, and free draws! Latent skill, covering with number 1. Get with it. Ice Gliding. Ice Gliding is just an all-around good card in my opinion. Commit, this attack gets +1, -2 speed. And if it's blocked, the next attack gets +1 or -1 speed. So it's a good card to use on any turn. Keen Observation. This is good for when your cards have burn effects, which will come into practice later. No, not practice. Will come into effect later. So yeah, Keen Observation. If you have 4 of them, it just stacks an extra 4 damage on top. So it's really good. League Interview. If it'll show. Yep. League Interview. First form, discard the top 2 cards of your deck. Next player attack gets +1. This is really good if I'm starting my long combo chains, because I will want, ideally, as many cards to hit as possible. And it does give some good protection, because after you make a check to block, you can flip it, and then without committing it, and that counts as like 1. So, overall, probably one of the better foundations in this deck. But we still got one more foundation to go, and that is Heroic Lineage. Commit. After your rival's attack receives a damage bonus, it gets -3 speed. This is really good, because if my opponent's just going, holy shit, let's dump everything into attack, I can just go, nah, see you later, and neg its speed, and then I can just block it out the bat. I have used it to win some games against my friend. Commit. After your attack receives a speed bonus, it gets +2 damage. Like I said, the entire premise of this deck is making sure things hit reliably and making sure they hit for big. So that's an overall good thing to have. Okay, so moving on to the attacks now. We've got Arctic Conflagration. Flagellation? I don't know how to say that. Father-son duo. Whatever. So, enhance this attack gains stun 2 or powerful 3. This is basically my alternate win con. If my big win con attack doesn't go out, I can just enhance, stun 2, and then they have to commit 2 foundations, as you can see by the helper text, reminder text. Or if I have enough momentum and they don't have anything to block, I can just go powerful 3, see you later. Yeah, it's a really good card. Red Guard. I have a really strange fascination with this card, because I'm not really supposed to be focusing on defense when it comes to this deck, but I throw Red Guard into any deck that can run it. You are going to see Red Guard in a lot of Earth, Fire, and all decks down the road. And it gives Breaker 1. It gives Breaker 1, so that's also really good. And after I block with this card, the blocked attack deals no damage if I flip a foundation. Yeah, it's like Faith's Shield, but on other attributes. Long-lasting Explosion. This is the card that plays into my combo card. But as you can read from the enhance, it's pretty decent. When you do that, play something else like action, which we're going to see later, and then you play the big boy attack. Just gives it a huge boost in whatever you need, depending on the zone. And it's really overstated for being that. It's pretty overstated, in my opinion. Might not be. Pretty unpopular opinion. But it's a 6 damage. 6 damage. Can't really complain about that. +2 block modifier. The only thing that sucks, and this is with most attacks, the check is really low. But like I said, it's with most attacks. Yeah. Instant Explosive Release. This card is really good, in my opinion, I think. Most people would agree with me in there. But like, if the last attack, if they play too safe, and they're like, oh yeah, I'll let this hit, he can't do anything, I can just go boom, instant explosive release, and even if it doesn't do damage, it still goes straight to momentum, which, if I'm setting it up right, can feed into Arctic Conflagration. So that's another good way to set that up. And if it deals damage, my next attack gets +2. So, claps all around. Ignited Arrow. This is probably my second favorite attack in the deck. Ignited Arrow, if this attack is blocked, I can basically mill until I mill an attack and then add that to my hand. It's really good because you can just buff the shit out of this attack and they're either forced to block or they take it and I don't get anything, or they block it and I get something. It's basically damned if you do, damned if you don't, the card. And for the final attack, we have the big boy Prominence Burn. Mostly, I would stay away from running 4, but I'm a you only live once kind of guy, so I run 4, much to my detriment, but why not? And its enhancers are pretty cracked with the right amount of setup. So usually the combo would be long-lasting explosion into Prominence Burn. It's not that hard. The only hard part about this combo is trying to pass a 5 and a 7 check because progressive difficulty. But apart from that, it's a really good combo. Even if they block both of them, it's still impressive, in my opinion. This deck is very monkey, very gorilla. And finally, for the final card in the deck, the action card, Seizing the Advantage. This is really the card which, sandwiched between a long-lasting explosion and Prominence Burn, just gives it more speed. And the more speed an attack like this has, the better. Because it only has 4 speed. Like, if I have Fastest Flame, Quick to Act, Defrosting, Ice Gliding out, I can just buff the shit out of its speed. And the opponent's just like, oh shit, what do I do now? But it only works sometimes. So most of the time, I would just go for long-lasting, into Seizing, into Prominence Burn. Just easy, quick and easy. And then there's the after you play an attack, flip a rival foundation, which is also really good. It just allows you to screw over the opponent a little bit more. So yeah, that was my Endeavor deck that somehow got me 3rd place at a provisional. And who knows, maybe I'll repeat this feat at an upcoming provisional. But yeah, let me know what you think. If you guys like me doing more MHA content, and TK just does Yu-Gi-Oh content, I do MHA content. I do still plan on eventually doing MHA Yu-Gi-Oh content eventually, but I wanted to take a break from the game. But I love the community too much, so I do eventually plan to be returning to that by myself, as well as with TK. But for now, I am the MHA guy. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe. If you guys think there's something I could do to make this better, then yeah, I'll take all advice. All constructive criticism is welcome. But yeah, it was great to record for you guys again, and I'll see you later.